It's okay. We'll do it quicker this time.
Oh my god.
Good, you can ask new questions and shit. We can elaborate on it.
Nightmare.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's not a nightmare. It's not as bad as
nightmare.
All right. Wait, come at me. All right. So welcome to the penalty kill. I don't freaking know where Wonger went. He must have fucking got stuck in the time-space continuum or something.
I think he's stuck in his toilet.
Stuck in his toilet, taking a dump.
Fell in.
He fell in. Maybe he's stuck in the glory hole or something. In any event, we have Bocasmo here, Bocashmo, Hershey Bears AGM. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks, guys.
All right, so we got some questions for you. I'll start off. I guess we'll just read Wonger's questions anyway. I don't know. I guess he'll be back.
This is so weird. This is like deja vu.
I know, right? It's
I feel like we've been here before.
It started from the bottom. Now we're here. All right, so, Bocashmo, you got two high-priced, high-quality demon. I like them both, Teach and CM Black Magic. I thought CM Black Magic was even like a steal, even at 3.25. I think he's a great player. But yeah, with that, what?
We like him. He's good.
He's a great player. But having said that, having that money spent on defense, does that leave your front and your forwards a little light?
Heading into bidding, we came up with the strategy to put as much weight on our back end. So, yeah, it can affect your offense up front, but defense in this game I think is going to be pretty important.
Do you think that's just because of the way the defense has to be played now with the new engine where defense is just a little wonkier to play and stuff?
The transition curve is definitely greater from 15 to 16. I think the forecheck is pretty potent if the defensemen are not ready for it. So the breakout becomes a huge issue for defensemen. So you need guys back there that can, break through that transition period and are ready to go by the season start.
Interesting, because I think a lot of teams are looking to put up like 9 goals a game with the way defense is played now, but you're kind of doing the opposite, which could make you look really smart. Real quick, are they going to play together, those two guys, the big money guys?
In the preseason, we've not had them together only because of availability, but the idea is to, obviously in a Game 7 situation, they would obviously be out there together. But Teach has played with Hockster and Mormon Fuzz, and I think there was a few games where he actually played with me on defense. Obviously, I'm a forward, but yeah, so he's played with everyone on the roster.
Very good. All right, Jake, you got a question? What are you looking at there? College football?
Football, yeah. Looking at your roster, you got some well-known players on your team, some good talented players, but on the other end of that spectrum, who on your team do you think people are overlooking right now that will have a good season?
You're looking at DC and Tubby Turbo. They're actually they've played together a lot, so they have good chemistry. I guess when you're trying to put teams together, there's an intangible which can't be measured, which is that chemistry. So when you get two players that have played together a long time, you have to, I guess, put the money towards players like that, and that's what we did with DC Shoe and Tubby.
And you got DC for 1.5, and what was Tubby? 500?
They're both 175.
They're both 175. Okay.
Yeah, those are two. I played with them before when I was on Hartford. Both two good guys on the team to have, and they're high-skilled players. And they play defense when I play with them, but I'm sure having played forward only, they'll adjust well.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good. So, okay, I got a Wonger question here. Do you think this is stupid? Do you see a problem with the schedule being moved back 2 weeks like it had been? Is that a problem for you guys? It's a problem for everybody, but.
No, I think it was actually beneficial to our team. I'm assuming it was probably that way for a lot of the teams as well. We were able to assess some of our players on our team. There were some players there were some issues with them showing up for practice or club games or just general stuff that we didn't really like, so we ended up making a few trades. Mm-hmm. So the 2 weeks has actually been fairly beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Were you able to spread out the games a lot? Were you able to get each person 3 games? We can get a look at everybody on the roster.
We tried. I think everyone played their fair share.
So you didn't have any assholes like Krass taking up 13 games or whatever the hell it was in the preseason?
The funny thing you say that, we invited Kress to come play for the Bears in one of our preseason games. That would have looked real funny.
Well, I bet he came probably just to shit all over you. Did he come in?
Yeah, he just wants to put points up. That's why he's playing all those preseason games.
But he won't put him up against Funsley. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be hung up on this. All right. Okay, I got another question for you. So you have 3 random amateurs on your roster, which is a new kind of player classification. You got a goalie and 2 forwards. So, how do you think the random amateur system has worked so far? Do you see any problems with it?
Yeah, I think some of those RAs have been put on there by error. Triss is going to have to go through the rosters and maybe audit some of that, because those players that you see on the Hershey Bear roster, those are players we actually bid on.
You bid on them and you won them, and they've been on your team the whole time?
Yes, I'm not sure why they're RAs.
Well, that makes me think, like, how many other jackasses that are RAs are actually not? It doesn't make... So did just popped up one day, they're RAs, and you guys didn't move them or anything?
Say again, I'm having trouble hearing you. Hold on.
I'm just wondering if, like, you had any roster moves or anything that they just automatically just turned RAs overnight. And if so, what the hell's going on?
I don't know. Triss, you know, he's a genius when it comes to and great website designer.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, I think every season he has to go through and audit certain things to get it right.
All right. Jake, you got a question?
I'm reading one of Wonger's questions. It's kind of related to, actually, I lied. It's one of my questions. So it's not as dumb. Going off of that last question, what are your thoughts on the new website and some of the new features that Triss gave us heading into the first season of Next Gen Hockey?
What don't you like about the website? I think that's the better question. I mean, LG absolutely spoils us as players in a competitive sixes league. What other league out there does what LG does? And that's not a shame. That's not a plug, but whatever.
Well, I mean, no, it's not a plug. No, I mean, I was looking at other websites, just looking at them, and you're right. It's a joke compared to other websites. I did wish the locker room was a little higher and easier to get to on the mobile site, but whatever. But
yeah, the mobile site needs work, but that's like a small error. You can. It's gonna be so cool this season, having all the games being streamed and being so accessible from the website and all that. It's gonna be cool.
How's your streaming situation on your team? You got a lot of people who are willing to stream, particularly maybe goalies, who I find is the best people to stream.
We've had, Notable Maple can stream. We've had Tubby Turbo stream. Mm-hmm. And I believe Willard can stream. So there's a 3 right there, and I believe there might be 1 or 2 others that can do it if they're willing to. Mm-hmm. I think with the Xbox One, everyone can do it. It's just a matter if they want to, if they have the connection.
All right. I really want this fucking stupid question. Really, Wonger? Okay. Pokesmo, do you like your team? That's a fucking question.
This is good. You're like the third person today to ask me that question. Really? I don't know. It's like maybe they're alluding to something. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something on our roster, but no, I think our team's pretty good. We got a lot of good guys, and when we're in the parties, everyone's getting along pretty well. So,
I will admit, when I was looking through the rosters. I saw how much money you spent on defense. I'm like, wow, they must suck on the front end. I'm going to hammer them. And I looked, and I'm like, they really don't. So I guess I can't. You got a pretty good thing going on.
There's some money on the front end there, a little bit.
No, that's what I'm saying. There is. And you spent it wisely on people who play together, or Willard, who's just a talent. No, you spent the money right on the front end. So anything that you would have lost, I think you kept. And then you got decent goalies. So I think you'll be all right.
Well, Willer came over in the trade from E-Rice's team, San Jose.
Well, I mean, that's because he wouldn't play for E-Rice, probably because. Well, we don't have to go there. Jake, you want to ask a question?
All right. Is there one team or one person that you personally look forward to playing most this season? Sort of like a rivalry almost.
Crass. Oh, sorry, him.
Who's not going to say Crass? Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be cool to see the Willard versus Crass matchup.
Have they ever played before in LG? They must have at least once. Well, maybe not.
Honestly, for as long as I can remember, as long as I've known what teams they were on, they played together.
Yeah, they've been like this. They've been like that.
Yeah.
Inseparable.
I think the metaphor is Crass is Batman while Willer is Robin, but we're here to take that mantle off his name.
Crass is Robin. He's a little gay boy in the suit. Anyway, I got another question for you. Which team in the Atlantic are you kind of scared of right now?
In the Atlantic,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone over all the rosters, to be honest with you.
Well, what management do you fear? Is there a management pair you're like, oh, they probably got a good team going?
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to give respect to a management that's done it quite a few times. Yeah, they've been in a league, they've had success. You're always going to prepare more for those games than if you have some new guys in there that haven't done it before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, very good. So, okay. I get what you're saying. I'm sorry, just early to tell anyway. I just like that's kind of like it's kind of a longer question actually. All right, Jake, your turn.
All right. This is a longer question. This will close up our.
It's a new thing now, the longer question.
Yeah. This is our last, our second to last question. If you had to choose right now between all teams, it's kind of like a Brian Wonger question, a little bit of combination. Who would you pick for the President's Trophy right now?
That's a tough one. I would go with the teams that have the defense first. I haven't gone through all the rosters, but any team that's stacked on the back line has the advantage going in.
Chicago.
No.
Yes. Chicago. Buffalo, carrying. Got the papoose ready to go, putting the babies in, carrying them. Yeah.
Well, you got Deceased Goblin and Said Habs, the management pair for Springfield. They're in our division. You were going back to that previous question. Is like one team that you'd be, if you were, the rest of their defense looks pretty good too. But any teams that have the good defense that's going to play it tight is going to be your good games to prepare against.
It's kind of like how the NFL's been going, where it's been going so much for offense. And then you have like a team like Seattle who just plays really nasty defense, and they can beat those teams because they have no answer for it if you play good enough defense. Maybe that's the whole syndrome we're going to say this year. So one last question. Look up at the clock. Your penalty's almost up. You're almost free. You're almost there. You got one more question, and it's the best question. The best question. Jake, take it away.
All right. This has been a mainstay of the penalty kill. But Wonger kind of fucked it up because he's doing whatever. He's doing whatever Wonger's doing. He's probably drawing a freaking Picasso on his little whiteboard.
I love his little whiteboard actually. I like his whiteboard better than him.
That's the best thing Wonger does.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you gotta choose between me, Wonger, and Brian. You have to fuck one, you have to marry one, and you have to kill one. Go.
I think his mic's muted.
It is.
Okay.
This gets me out of the penalty box.
Yeah, you have to answer. You stay in there. You get a quadruple major if you don't answer.
All right, so I'm going to go with the blind choice, which would be Wonger. He's definitely getting fucked.
Good, he likes it. Okay, so
that's
now
probably what he's doing right now, to be honest.
So
he's probably getting fucked somewhere. All right.
So I got to choose. What's the other choices now?
You got to marry and kill. You got marry and kill, and you got me and Jake left to pick from. So.
All right. You want to do the drum roll, Funsley, to see what the final answer will be?
I do it. My desk might fall apart. This desk is kind of booty, and I'll go.
All right. When you check out Jake's beard, I mean that's the cincher right there.
That fucking shitty dirt perv beard?
So that's going to be the marry.
What about the? I got the flow.
That means that you're dead.
I'm dead? I always
dead.
die.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. I'll tell you
How
what,
many
though.
times have you not died?
Like -1. But that's okay because you know what? Now I'm dead, so I can't play Crass and beat the fuck out of him next week. So he's lucky. So you did your boy Crass a favor there. So I'm dead. Jake, have fun doing the rest of the fucking show. Fuck Wonger. Fuck you, Bogushmo. You did a great job. Glad you were on. And good luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks.
Again.
Hey, Funsley, did you record this?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think.
darn! Third time's the charm.
That would be funny to do for April Fools. Just record like 8 interviews.
Because I got kids ringing my doorbell. I had to gag my dog from barking on your show. I got candy to hand out.
Can I have some candy?
We got bazooka bubblegum pieces.
What are you
and
fucking
$100,000
welfare?
bars.
Bazooka bubblegum. You got that from like the 60s still, bruh? What's the other one?
$100,000 bars.
You mean 100 grand bars? Or are these like the Walmart versions, just $100,000? You suck. We're the Kit Kats.
Don't blame me. I didn't buy them.
All right. Well, you're good. You're free to go. Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I look forward to seeing it on YouTube.
Being
Make sure
our
to edit it
dumbass
properly.
show.